And make sure you hit record, actually.
Everything's recorded here.
It is recording, right?
These two are recording.
It'll turn off if it's not recording.
This one's not recording.
Because I'm not going to do it again.
So anyways, yeah, I had a shit week.
What happened?
So Friday, okay, let's start back. So this past weekend was Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah, and you
so
couldn't find a Valentine's Day sweetheart.
I couldn't find a Valentine's Day sweetheart. So that was awful. Already a shitty weekend. But then after that, like, I don't know, it was like 40 hour week, like 45 hours a week, which is fine normally, but like doing that with the podcast and everything, it just became like just stressful. It was awful. And then following the week before or the week after, so like the 18th or so, I woke up at 7. So I had one day off last week. It was a Monday. And so I took that one day off. And then I did the podcast then with John, which came out last week. And then Wednesday I woke up. I had this, you kind of inspired me because you were you're working out a lot at Planet Fitness, right?
Yeah, we were a lot.
Okay. I assume you're not anymore. So
yeah,
I was working.
Cut it back a little bit.
I woke up at 7:30 every morning. And then I went to the gym. I ran 3 miles. Then I went to work, and I worked all day. And then when I got home, I did the podcast. And I did that for 3 days straight. And I only got like 5 hours of sleep each day. And so Friday afternoon, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I think I ate like really bad chicken or something. And dude, all of a sudden, like, it was like exhaustion just hit me. I'd never had that happen before.
From work or from where?
It was from work, I believe, because I had started eating cleaner. So I'd only eaten oatmeal, yogurt, a banana, and then grilled chicken with no seasoning. That's all I'd eaten all day. And then immediately, like an hour after I ate the chicken, it was just like my body was just shutting down. And I think it was that coupled with like exhaustion. Like I had to fucking leave. I was like, I can't do this. That's like the only time I've ever done that. And I was just like, I can't.
You left work?
Yeah, I was like, I have to leave.
Did you have to take a shit?
Yeah, I took a shit like every 10 minutes. It was fucking terrible. And I was like, oh my God, this is the worst thing in the world. And it was just so, I don't know. I went home and every hour I'd wake up to take a shit, but I slept for like 14 hours. And it was just like the worst fucking thing in the world. So yeah, that was my whole weekend. Was
so
just that.
Like a couple weeks ago, when's the last time you shit yourself?
Oh God, probably like when I was like 6 or 8 years old.
Yeah, no, it's wild. I mean, I had to
time.
think about it like, I don't know, it's been at least like a decade for me, but I had a coworker at work who actually shat himself.
Where you work now?
Yeah, where I work now. He
Do you
shat
want
himself.
to say where you work? I don't know if I don't like to say where I work.
Nah, I don't want to embarrass him or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, but I had a coworker who shot himself about
Why
like
did
2
he
weeks
shit
ago.
himself?
He just couldn't hold it, I guess. He let one rip.
Yeah, everyone thought I was shitting myself at
Yeah.
work. I was like, I'm not shitting myself.
It's not
but
a good feeling. You get
it
all
was
sweaty.
so
Yeah.
awful. I had to immediately just leave. In 14 hours, I'd stayed home and just watched the fucking Muppet Show the entire time. And it was just like, it was like I was having these vivid dreams and stuff. And I don't know. It was strange. So why did you stop working out?
I think the main reason was, I didn't stop really. I cut it back a lot.
So yeah, let's go.
I did CrossFit with another
Yeah.
coworker.
Wait, so let's go
And
back.
I wasn't ready for that.
So let's
I
go.
injured myself. I couldn't get off the toilet, get out of cars without just being in pain.
Because of CrossFit?
Yeah, I wasn't ready.
I never think of CrossFit as something that's like.
Because I had another
actually-
coworker who was supposed to go with me, but he chickened out, so I went by myself.
You're the only. Wait, so it was you and one other coworker
Yeah.
who did CrossFit together?
Yeah.
So why? I always think of CrossFit as not being something that's even. What's the right word I'm trying to say here? I don't put it as like masculine. I don't put it as something that's like working out. Do you agree with that, or do you disagree with that now? Because I don't. Okay, when you say.
I don't think I'd put a gender on that. So.
But like what I'm saying is like when you go to the gym, you lift weights, and you do shit like that. It seems to be more or less working out. But I wouldn't put CrossFit as working out.
I think it's working out more. I think it's a lot harder.
This thing
you're
I've
doing
never
these high intensity cardio workouts.
I've never done CrossFit though. So that's what I'm asking. Like what do you do? Why were you so like what about it killed you? Cuz you had been working out before, right?
Yeah, but like just So in between each workout, like you're not stopping. You're continuing to do each reps and doing cardio in between. And it was
So-
it was intense.
How long did it last?
I mean, we only did it for like,
Like 30 minutes?
no, it was more than that. Less than an
45?
hour though. Yeah.
Like 45 minutes?
Yeah.
So how long have you been? So you kind of just got into fitness though, right?
Yeah.
You work out at Planet Fitness.
Yeah. We do that.
What's
you
your
know.
regimen? When do
I
you
still
work?
got to get back out there.
You can. I
Yeah.
think the thing is with working out is it's also important to rest too. Especially that's what I think I learned this past weekend is like your body needs rest. So
Well, see, I got a little weight to lose. You and me used to be similar. Now you've lost a lot of weight,
it's
mostly
just-
by
yeah,
running.
It's
So,
just running, yeah. But you also, I mean, you don't drink anything but water,
I only
right?
drink water.
How long have you done that for?
Like over a year, close to 2 years now.
God.
Only
never-
water, nothing else.
You've never drank milk or
No.
do you ever what's the drink? You ever miss
If
anything?
if I accidentally drink something, I spit it out. I don't swallow.
Like
I'm
what?
a spitter.
Like what though? Like what would you instantly
Like-
just be like, "Oh, fuck."
Like confusing like a fucking cup of Sprite or water, you know?
But why? Like what about that? Why'd you start just drinking just water? I've never known.
I'm cheap.
Oh, it's just cuz
God
it's free.
knows how big I'd be if I didn't.
Well, I don't think it's really like a weight loss thing though.
No, but I
because-
mean, like it evens out. You know, I eat pretty bad usually. It
Yeah.
just evens out.
well,
And I'm cheap, so
Well, because of what happened Friday, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna eat clean for the rest of these last few days. And I was eating clean before, so I was cutting out sugary drinks. I was only drinking unsweet tea and like fucking Gatorade Zero, which still is kind of. Anyways, so Sunday, which is yesterday, I only ate yogurt, plain rice, and then like some fucking just I don't eat like a bowl of cereal or something. So nothing like crazy. So it would go easy
yeah. I
on
mean,
my
like
stomach.
more importantly than working out, I've been eating a lot better than
Yeah.
I was. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I think
I'm keeping that up. For
that's
a
the
long
shitty
time.
thing with me though. Is like even though I run a lot, which I very much enjoy running, I don't actually combine it with healthy eating. I eat like fucking shit. That's like my problem. If I were to eat, if you and I could combine somehow, like if I could just drink water and eat healthy, and then we could just run, I feel like you and I would just be fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I could just do CrossFit, you ever gonna do that again?
No. Hell no.
Why? It'll get easier with time, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm also gonna go back out west in like a month and a half, and I'm not gonna be able to do that anyway. Go to any gym.
It's like 6 weeks away.
Yeah, the closest gym is gonna be 3 hours away anyway. So
Where are you moving to again?
back to where I was last summer in Grand Teton out in Wyoming.
Why? What about that? I hate traveling. I've
No,
mentioned
you
this
do.
before, and you were very upset with me when I said I fucking hate traveling because
It's not upset. It's just
you were very.
I'm
disappointed.
jealous. I'm jealous.
Oh, really?
I mean, I wish I could be that content not having that,
It's not
that
content.
travel wanderlust.
It's not content.
I know you're not content. I called you out on that a couple.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
said you have a
yeah.
shit outlook on life, which
I don't
you do.
think. Okay, so to backtrack, it's not that I have a shit view on life. It's just I feel like
It's like I'm worried that you're gonna kill yourself if you have a bad
I'm not.
outlook on
No,
life.
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh.
I feel as
You
if
make it seem like it sometimes with your outlook on life.
it's a shitty outlook, but I think it's more realistic than most people have. Because I feel like a lot of people they sort of take what life is and try to make it what it isn't. Does that make sense? Like they
Yeah.
try to find beauty.
And you had a bad year last year too. So
It was a shitty year. I think it was a shitty year for everybody, really. But
I think it was exponentially compounded for you.
yeah, it was rough. My father passed away, so
Dad died.
yeah. And then
Heartache,
Corona, heartache, and I moved out. Those first my father passed away in January, like late January. And then I moved out of my house immediately after we went to New Mexico to bury him for his funeral. When I got back, I immediately moved out of my house. I moved into where I live now. And so after that was like in February. And then going to that, we had Corona. And so like all those first like some of the biggest stuff you can do in your life just happened to me in like those first 3 months of 2020. And so it was just so like, it was such a weird way to start the year. None of it seemed real. Like I look back on those times that I drove out west. That's the only few times I've ever done it. where we went out west, and it all seems like a dream to me. You know what I mean? Like these memories that I have, they just don't even seem like fucking. They don't even seem
We're
real.
running out of major milestones in our life to hit, getting older and older.
That's the other thing is that when I was exhausted,
What's the point, man? Just
when I was exhausted, and I was like, why do I run? Why do I care? Why do I eat healthy? Like, what does it even matter? Because you do all this shit, and then it's just like, well, you could just get hit by a car or something, and then it just doesn't matter. You try to be healthy and live your life well, but it's just like shit just fucking happens.
well, that's why I like trying to work in these seasonal jobs places because I
How
don't
many-
have health
okay,
insurance.
I
I'm
wanna-
not gonna have Social Security 401k.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have kids to take care of me when I get old. I'll just kill myself then.
Oh my god.
But I'll
no.
travel now and see as much, do as much as I can while we have time left.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm pretty pessimistic about the future in general, but
I think that's where you and I agree on stuff.
I think I'm
because I think you and I we
an
sort of.
optimistic nihilist, an absurdist, I guess. That's where I'd put myself.
I think it's for me more kind of like I don't want to prepare for a future that might not exist. You know what I mean? Like I don't plan to have kids. I don't plan to get married.
Hell no, fuck that.
I don't plan to do any of that. So it's like why the fuck am I trying to like save up and do like you know what I mean? Like I don't care to buy a house. I don't care to have like a new car or anything.
Why do this podcast?
This is the only thing that I have like where I'm just like this is what I enjoy. I don't think if I were to have
This is the one thing you're clinging on to in life. This is
kind
the
of
reason
is.
you're breathing.
It kind of is. This is my baby, really. I guess you could say. I guess it's also why I don't really want to leave either, because then I'd have to stop doing the podcast.
Leave where?
Georgia,
Oh, like not travel.
yeah. When I went out west
I mean, you could do that. In,
to New Mexico, but you're going to Wyoming again.
yeah.
It just seems like the last time you went out there, you told me there was one Walmart, or
The closest Walmart was 3 hours away.
so. What did you do? Like I'm confused at how
I
you
went
got
hiking
food.
all the time. But no, they fed me like 3 meals a day.
Where'd you work at again?
Grand Teton Lodge Company
So didn't you have to
in
like?
Jackson Hole.
And that was when shit hit the fan of the pandemic, right?
Yeah, so it was a weird year there. There wasn't a lot of employees there. Not a lot of people to hang out with.
But you had
So this is going to be a very different year there.
yeah. Imagine going forward. But didn't you have to like yell at people a lot too and tell them to fuck
These
off?
anti-maskers, yeah, I had to tell them to fuck off. Get hot soup thrown at me, all this other shit.
So I've only
These
known
Wyoming cowboys don't
they don't
whatever,
like them
man.
rules. So I've only grown up like in Georgia, and I've only met people from really Georgia. Do they does it really differ that much from state to state? Like, are people really? Because I always think of everyone's kind of just the same. We're all just humans. We're all just kind of the same mindset. But I mean, do people really
Yeah, I think so.
like? In what ways is Wyoming?
I mean, I've
just
been out
completely-
west, like up northwest. I think people in New England and the Northeast are really different for sure.
like in Boston and shit.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place you visited so far? Because you've been where in the entire country, excluding like Alaska or Hawaii, because those don't really count.
Well, I'm thinking about going to Alaska next year. But
God, fuck that. Why would you want to go there? There's like nothing out there.
exactly.
Why do you stress for nothing though? I don't understand. Like, where does this
It's
come
not
from?
nothing. I, mean, I think there's more. There's more out there. You can't find that in nature. Some people can, some people can't.
Do you like to live in seclusion? Is this what it all boils down
Not
to?
seclusion, but like not a big, ugly
You don't like the
suburban
metro,
city
Atlanta, really?
like Conyers or Atlanta. Just urban
You
sprawl,
hate
just
Conyers.
ugly.
Ugh, fuck.
There's nothing here.
You just tired of it?
Yeah, there's nothing here for your spirit, man. It just wears you down.
I do agree. When I went to New Mexico, it was nice to get away from everything. There's beauty in the other things.
Land of enchantment.
It was beautiful. Like I said, it doesn't even feel like it's real. It feels like it's just
That you went out
foreign.
west?
Yeah, because it happened so fast.
Or do
It
you
was
think
like,
that just because your dad dying had something to do with like this surreality to it?
I think a mixture of both. I think when
It
something like
happened,
that,
you were out there and back so fast, just
yeah,
with
'cause
the
it
weight,
was-
with the weight of his death. Is that why?
it was like January 28th was when he passed. Is when I knew.
I remember that because January, he died the day after my sister's birthday. And I told my
Yeah.
sister, I hope you're happy.
Oh my god,
Kobe's dead and Jet's dad.
Becca, poor Becca.
Yeah.
I feel like when it happened though, it's like everything just hits it so fast, you know? Like it's just like all of a sudden reality just hits you really hard. So like immediately after that, it was like a week later I had to go just straight to New Mexico. And it was like I had the day before I couldn't have anticipated that was like that's what's going to happen. And then I immediately come back and it's like, well, now it feels like the right time to move out and to
Yeah.
go along. Then after that is when the pandemic, and it just seemed like everything around me changed so rapidly in 3 months that it was just like, I don't know, it was like a totally different world we were living in. I just felt just so, after dealing with that, I mean, the pandemic was nothing.
And you know, you and your dad dying,
Yeah.
being one of my best friends,
Yeah.
had me thinking a lot, like about my dad. He's 65, just retired this year. Like, I want to spend more time with him. Like,
Yeah.
that made me think about that. Like, I'm trying to get him to
Yeah.
road trip with me out west and then him fly back because he's never seen like a lot of those places.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I hate traveling and stuff, but the time that I got there was really like, especially for me, I think it's important for people to find like their heritage and stuff, to find out where they come from and why they're here. I think sort of stuff like that kind of grounds you in a way. And that's what I found out there. I was just
Was
like,
there power in that place? Did you feel it?
I felt more like I knew why he would go back, because that was something that I just didn't really understand.
Well, that's something I can't understand. Being
Yeah.
a Native American force on like reservations, like that's something I'll never
Yeah.
understand. But it's something
So
you can admire and relate to. Be like, yeah, you would want to go back there.
yeah, so a quick overview is basically my dad grew up Navajo full-blooded. He grew up on the reservation, and then he was basically forced to go live with like in school. They forced him into schools. The government forced him to go to there, and they forced him to go live
Was he
with.
just like out for days, like shepherding and stuff like that?
Yeah, he was like, that's what they would do. They would just
As a young
shepherd
kid?
for, he was like 10 years old, and he'd be out there for like months on end,
It's biblical.
just by himself, just out there. And the government, when they finally took control, were like, yeah, you can't do this. This is against our laws. And so they took him away. They took him away, and they made him go live with his white family.
Tribal laws don't have any precedence over that.
And I think when he came back, he ran away a few times, like a lot of people do. A lot of Native Americans do. And he ran away, and he just had to go back. Like my grandma, his mom, just was like, you can't, we have to follow these rules. Like there's no.
Well, reservations are made to be a prison still, basically.
Yeah, it's rough.
To
I
keep you
mean,
in.
they literally didn't have running water or like any like clean running water for years. It's only this last few years they've got it.
I remember I was
It's
driving through
bad.
the Navajo reservation, and I made sure I
Yeah.
bought some merchandise, like when I went there. Like the shirt I'm wearing now.
Yeah.
I bought at the Wind River Reservation in Wyoming because
I told you what to say.
Yata.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that means hello. And you said that guy like freaked out when you saw it, right?
Yeah, no, I was driving west out of
Yeah.
Flagstaff and stopped at this place, bought my mom a mug or whatever.
Yeah.
And I walked in and I said that. And he
And
was
he
like,
was like,
whoa.
"Oh,
and
shit,
He was
bro."
very impressed.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, this gringo.
I forget what the word is. I think it's I can't remember. But I remember that there's
For white devil, there's a word.
there's a not white devil,
Okay.
but there's a word for a white person. Because when my mom was finally meeting my dad's family, he was like, "Yeah, if they say this word, they're talking about you." So she gave him the heads up about it. And I can't imagine like going out there for the first time. You know, my mom being all white, going out to the reservation. She said it was just like crazy.
Well, I remember seeing billboards for uranium screenings
Yeah.
because they used it as test sites during World War II or after World War II for like,
Yeah.
atomic bombs and stuff.
That's what they did out
That's
there.
how you know you're like,
Yeah.
these people have it pretty rough.
It's rough. It's beautiful though. It's hard to describe, but yeah, my dad, he basically was like, I'm going to get away from this. Like him, his sister and brother kind of all moved out to Alabama and then just went to Georgia. I think just put a fucking dart on a map and just moved
Can't
out
go any
there.
further than that. It's the ocean.
They were just like, just as long as it's not the reservation. They just wanted to leave. But they all went back. They all went back there. And so I never really could understand why. Because I only grew up in Georgia. I never grew up on the reservation. I never grew up anything really towards New Mexico. I went there one time when I was young, but I was like 6 years old. I don't fucking remember it.
You never had that meta. So say if you went away to like Seattle or LA.
Yeah.
I mean, or just in general, you know, people go off and leave their hometown. A
Yeah.
lot of times they come back anyway, just out of that nostalgia.
Yeah. I don't know. I sometimes wonder if it's nostalgia or it's something that like you
I mean, I
can't.
like Atlanta.
Yeah.
I love Atlanta, but
It's like something you can't
that's not
explain.
where I want to spend all my time.
I don't know. It's like it's something that's like I don't say spiritual, but that's what I'm going to use. It's something like that where it's just like I can tell you about the experience, you know, that I have, but you don't know until you're in it. Like you don't know until you feel it. Like you can explain love to someone,
Yeah.
but you don't know what it is until you feel it. And once you feel it, then everything else just loses it.
You know, I
You know?
also think too, I think exceptional landscape and scenery, like the desert or mountains or whatever,
Yeah.
like gives you like an exceptional, like spiritual, like feeling or like power or like
Yeah.
a certain sense in the people who live there. I think in this urban sprawl wasteland, that's something that people miss here.
In
They
Conyers
don't get it.
specifically.
Yeah, just metro in general.
Yeah. I don't know. It's nice because when you're driving out there, I think what I liked the most was when the sun was setting, you could just see for miles until like the earth ends, and it's just nothing but wasteland. You can just watch it all just fall, like off the face of the earth. I don't know. There's just something like you just can't. I don't know.
Have you heard about that movie Nomadland yet?
No. What is it?
It's gonna win best picture of the year.
Well, what
But,
is it?
It's got Frances McDermott in it, the girl from The Woman from
Yeah.
Fargo, the movie.
Oh
She
yeah.
won an Oscar for that, and she also won an Oscar for 3 Billboards Over Missouri,
Yeah.
that movie.
They
And I
just
think she's going to win another Oscar for this, but it's about this. She's an older woman, and her husband passed away, and they lived in a small, like, mining town
yeah.
in fictional Gypsum or Empire, Nevada.
Yeah.
And when the 2008 market crash happened, you know, it shut down. And the movie's basically about how, like, all these Americans, working class Americans, work so hard to have nothing to show for it at the end of their life.
Yeah.
And there's a growing movement here in America, like elders, old people, in their golden years, living like nomadic life out of their vans and RVs.
Yeah.
It's kind of what the premise is about. It actually
No,
was in
yeah.
theaters, and it just came onto Hulu this past week.
Wait, so I can stream it?
Yeah, no, I very much recommend you watch that.
What would you give it 1 out of 10? You watched it?
Yeah, I give it a 9.
Damn. Yeah, you told me to watch something else.
Yeah, 1989's Lonesome Dove with Robert Duvall and Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, I'll watch that too.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube though. It was on Stars, which I don't
It's
have.
on
but I'm
Stars.
gonna
You can
watch
watch
it.
all 4 parts on YouTube.
Yeah, 6 hours long. I looked into it, but no, like you were saying with Nomad Land, I think so because I went out to the reservation. A lot of people were like that. They don't own a lot of stuff. They don't have a lot of things.
I don't want to have a lot of things.
Well, that's what I'm kind
I'm a
of.
bit bougie, but I don't want to be. I'm trying not to be.
It's hard not to be. It really is. Like I don't want to have a lot of stuff because
I don't want to. I really don't want to be a rich man.
I think, yeah.
Maybe
well,
I'm saying that because I don't.
you don't know
What
it
if I
is.
did have a lot of money? You know, would I still say that? Would I still be me though?
But
I don't
what
know.
is that's the other thing is like what is a lot of money? Because I think you just never have that.
No, you don't have to worry about it.
I don't worry about money now, so I think that's plenty. And most people would say I don't even make like I barely make over like $25,000 a year, and I'm fine with saying that. But like shit, that's not a lot of money. You know what I mean? But like I do fine. So like what am I worried about? You know what I mean? So why do I stress about money all the time, but I make my bills, I get fed, I do everything. So what the fuck does it even matter? It doesn't. So
You
why
have
do I?
401k?
No, I'm not saving up for anything,
I
dude.
forget. Do you have health insurance through your work or not?
I actually do.
Okay.
I actually do. I'm actually very glad, but that's gonna suck ass to pay.
See, I don't
for.
think we're gonna have Social Security when we're older anyway.
Hell no, fuck that, dude. I'm not planning on the government giving me anything. When my dad passed, they just basically took it all. I didn't get like anything except what he had.
If we
That's what
don't
they
have any
got.
children, can we just take care of each other till the first one dies? And then we'll have a suicide pact?
No, I'm not doing a suicide pact, but we can hang out together.
I mean,
I don't know if
what
we're
if we're
gonna
like 80 or something?
We're not. No, we're not doing. We're not doing any of that.
All right.
We can hang out and we can take care of each other.
All right.
I don't think a couple of 8-year-olds can do that very well, though. But I mean, we'll hang out.
We could do it.
I see you getting married though in a few years. You say you're not, and
Yeah. Some people keep saying that. I don't think
you're a
so.
fool for love, though.
Yeah,
You
I
fall
am.
in love every time I talk to you. Every 2 months, it's like you got it. I don't know. You got a new love.
Nah, I like the chase. That's what I like. That's the part I romanticize about the most.
It is the most fun though.
Once
The
I
puppy
get it,
love.
I don't know what to do with it.
And then it just,
Which also brought me back to Lonesome Dove, why I related to it so much.
is it
a
a
part of
is
it.
like part of it.
Yeah, there's this guy,
Long story short,
Augustus. He's one of the
Yeah.
main characters, Robert Duvall. He has like this longtime sweetheart or everything he keeps dreaming about. But he keeps going on like these adventures, these cattle runs, stuff like
yeah,
that. Cattle runs from Texas to Montana on the Chisholm Trail. But he doesn't really want that. He doesn't want to be settled with her. He likes that idea, but he's just a rambling man, you know.
yeah.
He doesn't really want that. He's relieved that he didn't get that. But it's nice to think about.
Yeah. So he wants it. Like he wants, but he doesn't really. Is that what you're saying?
Not more than he likes the adventure. But it's nice to sit down and think about lost love.
Yeah, I think so. Because it's like, I don't know. You think of the way things could have been, not with just love, but with anything.
Yeah.
And it's almost like if I were to have gone that route, I wouldn't kind of be where I am today. So then I'm kind of happy.
I don't see you getting married. I don't see myself getting married.
I don't see myself getting married at all. I see you maybe, I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing.
I told my mama the only way she's going to be a grandparent is on accident. So.
Well, because 5 years ago, I think the answers would have been different.
Yeah.
But
We also weren't mature. We're 27 now.
I still don't think
and
that's
your mind
mature.
fully develops when you're 25. So whoever you are on your birthday when you turn 25,
That's who you are
that's who
forever.
you are for life. If you're not 25 yet, you still got time to change.
We're
You better hurry
rotting.
up.
We're rotting right now.
Yeah.
We're just decaying at this point. It's stupid to think of, but I don't know. Yeah, sometimes nostalgia kind of plays weird for me of being like, if was it even better or like was, because I think back when I was 18, because I work with a lot of young people and they're like 18 to 22.
Well,
And I'm not that much older, but there's a difference in age. They show their
our
age.
very first several adult years, we didn't do anything. We wasted so much time. We're still wasting time, I think.
That's all life is,
like,
dude.
it's-
Just killing time, hanging out, doing shit. Who gives a fuck?
We didn't do much at all.
Yeah, we didn't do anything. We sat in basements and smoked hookah and
I
played
think-
Magic the Gathering. Ugh.
You and mine's apathy just ate off each other.
There were good things about us together, but that was a bad thing about us. I feel like you and I, we sort of were like, yeah, fuck everyone else. We're just gonna do whatever. But we would have done that anyways.
Yeah.
I think we just need someone to come into our lives and just Tell us
Misery
that-
loves company.
to cut the shit and just get our.
The gruesome twosome.
Well, we got our shit together anyways. We got good jobs. We're good working boys. We do good. We do a podcast now, so
Yeah.
you're traveling out west. You're seeing the world. You're doing stuff that people want to do.
I tell people they can do that all the time. Like, no,
But they
I can't
don't.
do this.
That's the thing is people.
So do they really want to? No, I don't think so.
I think a part of
And that's okay. I'm jealous of those people.
I don't know, but that's the other thing is like people. They want, in a sense, to be like you. You're doing what they want to do, but you don't even like. Why don't you just glorify in that?
The grass is always greener. I don't know.
So then why go to Wyoming in the first place? If it's just
It's real pretty out there.
a change of scenery.
No, I mean, I really like it out there. It's like I was saying, it's not a urban wasteland.
Is it going to be 6 months and then you're back?
5.
So you go in.
And hopefully, if I don't fuck up or any COVID shit happens or they
Yeah.
play any funny games out there, like putting 4 people in a room, fuck that.
That's what they did last time, right?
Yeah. Then I might try to go somewhere else. I might be back. Who knows? Wait and see.
So you leave March or April,
End of April.
the end of April, and you'll come back.
I'm quitting my job 2 weeks before that, though, so I can take my time driving out west. But yeah,
I don't blame you. You don't even need the money, really, right? Not if that stimulus check comes.
no, I'm waiting for that stimmy
Oh man,
and
then
my
you got-
tax
yeah,
too. I filed
yeah.
my taxes
So then you'll come back when September,
October.
the 1st, early
I think around
October.
my birthday.
Nice. We'll have to get together. Well, that pretty much does it for time.
Yeah, all right.
That was easy. You got anything else you want to talk about though?
No, that's about it.
Anything else you want to say to people?
Um,
You want to follow you on Instagram or something?
no, not really.
No one ever wants to. Well, any final words?
Just keep on keeping on.
All right. Thanks for joining me, Sam.
All right.